something up so I can just blow my mind. Ladies in the air, blow.
What is up, my fellow hip-hop heads and music lovers in general? My name is G-Vans and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another one of my reviews. This is not the second upload I gotta do today. The final upload, the final, I guess, review for today. So yeah, let's get right to it. So for this video, I'm going to be talking about the new Styles P album that came out on Friday. And the album is called Presence. This is now studio album number 12 for Styles P, the fucking great ass dude from Queens. I don't know what I said, great ass dude. I'm fucking losing my shit here. But he is a pretty dope rapper from Queens. And he is also a really OG rapper. For those of you that don't know, for the kids out there that don't know who Styles P is, he was a part of a really popular a rap group back in the day called Dblock. They were signed under Bad Boy Records, I believe. You know, with P Diddy. I'm pretty sure they did a few songs with Biggie. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, he was in a rap group called Dblock. It was Styles P, Jadakiss, and Sheek Louch. I'm pretty sure a few of you at least know who Jadakiss is. I know he's pretty fucking popular, you know, for a lot of like modern rappers too. But Styles P has always been my favorite member of Dblock when I was like discovering their music. And you know, the reason for it is because Styles P, you know, as he considered himself back in the day, is a fucking super gangster, and he is pretty much like a fucking badass. He was a badass back then. He is still a fucking badass now, and this album is no fucking different. This is actually his second project that he's dropped this year. I think the first one that he dropped like a while back this year was called Ghost of All Time, some shit like that. I don't really remember. I'm pretty sure I did a video on it like a while back too. But yeah, this is his second project for this year, and to be honest, it's a lot more chill and a lot more vulnerable than I expected it to be. Which is nothing bad, you know. It's like it's really important to change it up a bit. But pretty much the whole concept of the album is the title of the album, Presence. The act of existing right here, right now, in this moment, and that's pretty much what he talks about. You know, like letting everyone know that, you know, like he's existing. Well, it's more than that. Pretty much, Style P talks about the blessings of being like present right now, the blessings of being alive and being like existing right now, because obviously, you know, there are a lot of people out here that are no longer here with us, you know, people that have died, and you know, it's just really important to always feel blessed and always like feel grateful for like still being alive and, you know, still like being here right now. But at the same time, Style P is also talking about like the flaws and I guess the harsh realities of like what it's like to be alive and what it's like to exist right now, because, you know, there are like, you know, there are like certain people out here that, you know, would rather not want to be alive right now because existing for them is like, you know, the end of the world, or it's like, you know, it's like tough right now, so they would rather like not want to live the like fucked up life they live. And so that's what I mean about being vulnerable and open, because Styles P like pretty much like speaks on a lot of harsh topics. You know, this man grew up in Queens, and you know, back in the day, I'm pretty sure Queens was like pretty fucking dangerous. You know, this man like saw a lot of shit growing up. You know, he did grow up seeing violence. You know, he did grow up, you know, seeing people get killed, you know, like I don't know if he's ever killed anyone before, but you know, he became a gangster himself at some point. You know, he like had his fair share of probably violence and fights, and you know, maybe stealing. I'm not entirely sure. But you know, like besides that, he like pretty much says, you know, like the harsh reality of it that not a lot of people want to talk about, because, you know, I feel like us as a society, you know, we see all these people like, you know, growing up in the ghetto, and you know, like staying strapped and whatnot, and, you know, we automatically like assume like, oh, like bad influences, you know, like they think being a gangster is fucking like good, it's like cool and whatnot, and it's like, you know, like it's you know what like people are doing these days. But they don't like stop to think, you know, if I were in their shoes, you know, like how would, you know, seeing all this shit affect me? Because, you know, not that many people think about that. You know, I'm growing up, you know, I grew up in the in like a ghetto-ish sort of like area, you know, like, and like, you know, I still, you know, am in like in this ghetto-ish area, you know. I never once said that like I'm a gangster, you know, and I never try to act hard and whatnot, you know. Like I've heard a few like fucking gunshots here and there, you know, sometimes, but um, for the most part, I think I came out pretty okay. Like I'm not really a fighter that much, but, you know, thankfully not. But, you know, there are a few people on my block that are like that. So it's like, you know, I don't know. It's pretty weird, you know, like trying to talk about it when you don't know, like when you don't know like what is like, you know what I mean? And that's what pretty much fucking Styles P is talking about here. And yeah, he gets pretty open and vulnerable. Like the first track itself is like already sad as fuck. The first song is called Bad Man, which pretty much what Styles P talks about is how society like has only one purpose for people like him, for people who consider him and other people like bad people, and that's to either live or die. They don't give a fuck what you do, whether you live or die. They honestly just don't care. You know, you are just there to them, and regardless if you're here or not, they like wouldn't fucking care about you. And, you know, it's a pretty sad and harsh like pill to swallow, you know, when it comes to that. Like I think what I think like a really important like topic that Styles P like touches on a lot around here is on this album, is that, you know, is pretty much like him talking about that there are a lot of people who have a really big nerve, a big nerve to like talk down on people like him, and people who grew up like him, acting like, you know, they got their shit together. You know, like it's really ignorant to, like, you know, talk down on somebody, you know, just because you have your shit together, and, you know, that other person like below you is like still going through it and like have been going through it. You know what I mean? And so that's a really important topic that Styles P talks a lot about on this one. There's also one song called Blood, Sweat, and Tears, where, you know, Styles P like becomes like a lot more fucking vulnerable and a lot more open than ever when he talks about, you know, like how he bled and how he sweat and how, you know, he cried a lot of tears, you know, to get to where he is now, to, like, you know, trying to provide for his family, trying to provide for his friends, you know, having to witness, you know, a lot of his close friends get killed, a lot of his like family get killed and whatnot, just having to witness his family suffer his whole life. And, you know, like how yeah, he's where he wanted to, he is at a point in his life where he wanted to be for like his whole life, you know, like he's at a point where he is very like successful, and, you know, he pretty much like had a lot of great, I guess, like a great career pretty much. But at the same time, you know, that trauma that he like witnessed back then, you know, it's gonna be with him forever. And so, you know, I think the big takeaway from this album is, like, you know, you know, don't judge what another person is going through. Don't judge another person for being the way they are, because you know, at the end of the day, you never truly really know, like, you know, what's going on in a person's life, and, you know, like what they had to experience. You know, we all have different experiences. We all have, you know, we all like grew up differently, and we all came up differently. So I think that's a really good way to take away from this album. But regardless of the whole like vulnerability and, you know, being like a lot more open, Styles P does not hesitate whatsoever to, you know, go away from that a bit and like do some hardcore shit on this album, and pretty much, you know, you know, let people know that he is about his shit, that he will shoot somebody if you fuck with him or anybody that, or like his family and friends and whatnot. Um, and that pretty much he is no one to fuck with. Like I think Styles P is definitely one of the OG like rappers that I personally wouldn't want a personal problem with, because that man will low key fuck me up. You know, no doubt about it. He will personally fuck a lot of people up too. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I think my favorite track on the album is the second track called Blam Blam Blam. I'm not gonna lie, it's like that, BLAM, Blam Blam Blam, 3 times, and it has Conway the Machine and Benny the Butcher, which I was fucking surprised. Like, holy shit, like those two are super underrated. And the fact that they were in an album with somebody someone as popular as Styles P, like, holy shit, like that song is so fucking great. You know, they all go hard on it. Like some old school mixed with fucking new school, like fucking gangster hardcore shit. So yeah, I fucking love that track. You know, shout out to you guys out there that y'all fucking went in on that one. And with that being said, I guess that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram down below. As always, do me for requests. Go ahead and follow Styles P on Instagram down below. His new album Presence is out now. Go, let's do it if you haven't already. To anyone that grew up I guess who the people that grew up with the Locks and Styles P and whatnot, I think you will really enjoy this one. And with that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, click that bell down below as always, all that good stuff so you don't miss a single one of my uploads whatsoever. And don't forget to stay happy.
Word to the coke that's in my shooter nose. Beluga 2.0s in the coupe I drove. On the stoop in